What if I told you that Lincoln County, Tennessee was home to a place called Camp Blunt? Camp Blunt was a military rendezvous point used from the War of 1812 up to the Civil War. Notables of their time, Sam Houston, Davy Crockett, and General Andrew Jackson, all gathered there for different military campaigns. And from 1809 to 1810, Davy Crockett called Lincoln County home. And did I mention that at one time the famous Jack Daniel's distillery lay within its borders? But then, what if I told you that an abandoned building still lies within its borders? More precisely, in Fayetteville, Tennessee. And this building has some former patients that refuse to leave. Welcome to Ghosts of Tennessee, and this is the haunted Lincoln County Hospital. Driving through Fayetteville, Tennessee, you get the sense of a town that is looking to the future while maintaining its balance with its past. If you drive past Camp Blunt across the Elk River, you'll notice the remains of the old stone bridge, once a source of pride for the city of Fayetteville. The bridge stood for around 107 years and was a testament to engineering of that time. Turning onto Wilson Parkway, you'll pass the old Lincoln County Fairgrounds, where locals still enjoy the annual county fair with its rides and games. One of the highlights of the fair is the harness racing, which has been happening since at least 1889. But setting up on a hill northwest of the fairgrounds, you'll notice a large smokestack next to an old abandoned building. A building that has seen the joys of new life coming into this world and the pain of the loved ones who have departed this life as well. The majority of Lincoln County residents have a tie to this old abandoned building, myself included. I was born in this hospital, and I've had loved ones pass away within its walls. From 1935 until 2001, Lincoln County Hospital served the residents of not only Lincoln County, but surrounding counties as well. The land that the hospital was built on was the site of the former Bryson College, which operated from 1919 until 1929. The buildings would sit empty until 1934, when the recitation hall and the boys' dormitory were acquired by Lincoln County for the hospital. These buildings were raised in 1970 to make room for expansions. Numerous stories by doctors, nurses, therapists, and former patients abound, some even calling it the portal to hell. Several paranormal teams have investigated the old Lincoln County Hospital since its closing, including the Ghost Adventures crew. They have all walked away with numerous EVPs, pictures, videos. Some have even been physically touched, hit, and scratched. One spirit that is still trapped in this old hospital is that of a little girl they've nicknamed Mary. Mary was just 9 years old when she passed away, just hours after receiving a breathing treatment. The therapist Mark, who gave her the treatment, has led paranormal teams through the old hospital and was present when the Ghost Adventures team investigated. He stated that the first group he took through stopped outside the room where she passed because they had heard her call his name. They described the little girl in great detail, even though they knew nothing about her. Mary just happened to be his first patient, and he feels like she's looking for him because he was her friend, and he still gets emotional when talking about her even today. One of the team members, while filming this segment, experienced Mary himself. He said that he felt as if a child had tried to hold his hand. According to other paranormal investigators, they've experienced hearing a little girl's voice and a child tugging at their pants leg, and the sensation of a child's hand in their own. But Mary isn't the only spirit here. Some nurses have claimed that they have personally witnessed what they named the Angel of Death. On more than one occasion, nurses have seen a white figure walk into a patient's room, only to have the patient pass away moments later. Patients have told the doctors and nurses that they were going to pass away that day, and hours later they would be gone. Mark states that once while conducting a group of investigators through the old hospital, they passed a room where a patient had bled out and died. They had been waiting for the surgeon to arrive, and unfortunately, he didn't arrive in time. Immediately upon passing the room, everyone there heard a loud moan, as if someone were dying. The old hospital still stands, overlooking the city it served for years. It's sat there all alone since 2001, slowly decaying. The doors and windows are now boarded up, but vandals and thrill seekers still somehow make it inside on occasion. Local police have been called numerous times due to the lights being on the third floor, despite the building having no power. But when they reach the third floor, the lights go off and no one can be found. Maybe the windows and doors aren't boarded up to keep people out, but to keep the spirits in. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I hope you all enjoyed it.